Armed gangs terrorize Lagos and Ogun communities. Armed gangs in Lagos and Ogun State have in the past few days hijacked the lockdown extension directives that was given by President Muhammadu Buhari to prevent the spread of coronavirus, invading houses, shops, and unleashing mayhem. The hoodlums said to be members of robbery/court gangs known as Awawa Boys and 1 Million Boys reportedly invaded neighboring suburbs of the two states since last weekend, subjecting residents of these areas to untold harassment and intimidation, after which they carted away huge sums of money and valuables. The areas affected include Medina, Ìjẹ̀bú-Àṣà, Alagbado, Obulegba, Sango, Ifo-Anleta, Agege Pen Cinema, Dopemu, Iyanakpaja area, and Gowon Estate. Meanwhile, in Lagos, while waiting for police intervention, panic-stricken residents have took to social media calling for help from security agencies in the state. They made bonfires on the streets in their areas to prevent these hoodlums from gaining access to their homes. Some of the posts on social media read, "Hello family and friends, come and help us. That is why I'm doing this video. We are in the darkness because there is no electricity. The 1 Million Boys and other miscreants are attacking us. We have been calling the police for the past 1 hour. They say they are coming, but they are nowhere to be found. We are the ones defending ourselves. What is going on? They put us in isolation without protection," someone asked. Another one said, "We are no more safe in Oke-Koto, Agubiade from Pen Cinema, Oromeji, Ayameji, all in Agege area of Lagos State. Our lives are in danger. These boys are about 100, breaking into homes. We are running helter-skelter. For now, please let somebody help us," cried out one of the victims. No, we are running homes. One of the victims, Agege area, who simply identified himself as Modinat Ajayi, whose recording had gone viral. It was learned that invading robbers, mainly youth with age ranging from 16 to 25 years, were armed with dangerous weapons and operated from house to house on Sunday evening. They were said to have regrouped on Monday but were repelled by the youth associations, whose efforts were complemented by police teams that raced to the areas. According to reports, other areas the robbers attacked included Agbado Ijaye, Dopemu, Igbeda, Orise-Gbare, Ikotu, Ijegbo, Ajegunle, Maitu, Merina, Iju-Shaga, among others. It was also learned that, out of fear, some residents in Balogo, Ahaja Street, Okeota, New Oko-Ota Estate, and more in Agege Axis reportedly sent their female resident children to relatives in far-flung areas to stave off rape, leaving only the males to confront the invaders. The siege reportedly occurred hours after some hoodlums stormed Olimoshe and Afe Ajayi local government areas, where they looted shops and carted away goods. A truck loaded with foodstuffs was raided by hoodlums. At Dopemu, residents said the hoodlums stormed the area with over 25 motorbikes and commercial buses at about 7 p.m. yesterday. Some of the residents were lodging in front of their homes. Eyewitnesses said they broke into houses and shops, carting away goods. At Mogaro area, some residents said hoodlums attacked people walking on the street, disposing them of phones and cash. A resident in Iyanakpaja area of Lagos State, who simply gave his name as Olugbemiga, said the invaders attacked victims in broad daylight. He said they operate both in daytime and at night. They are hooded during the day. We have taken our fate in our hands. We keep vigil both day and night. Areas they have visited are Elekutu, Unity, Disu, and Iyanakpaja. They collect only phones and money, and whoever refuses to give, they beat to stupor. At night, they attempted to rape both single ladies and married women if they did not find money in the house. The attacks spread to Ajegunle, Oshodi, Ikeja, Onikpanu, Obalende, Ijora Alopa, Mile 2 Bridge, an isolated spot on major highways yesterday. The attack on Mile 2 outward Apapa is perpetrated by traffic robbers who lay in wait for motorists plying the route. They position themselves close to bad spots and come out of their hiding. However, whenever a motorist slows down, some Vanguard staff were attacked at that spot while driving home on Monday night. While others managed to escape, other motorists also suffered same fate as they were disposed of their valuables and cash. Investigation by newsmen revealed that aside from the 1 Million Boys gang, pickpockets, some motorcycle riders, some commercial bus drivers and conductors, some members of the transport union who were forced to remain indoors, capitalized on the lockdown to attack innocent people and motorists seen on the roads. At Igado area of Lagos, some residents said the hoodlums wrote a letter informing them to get ready for their visit. Already, some of them have abandoned their homes to live with relatives elsewhere, pending when the sit-at-home directive will be lifted. Elsewhere in Ado, Odo, Owodo, Sango-Ota, Ifo, Owoje, newsmen learned that the attacks in this area started as a result of battle for supremacy between two rival courts, which degenerated into robbery attacks and other criminal activities. But at Ijaye, Ahmadiyya, Obulegba, More, Captain area, residents said they had been keeping vigil since last Thursday for fear of attack by the hoodlums. One of the residents, Mr. Ayodele, said, "We have formed a vigilante group in my area to keep watch and alert security agents of any likely invasion by these bad boys. While at it, we heard they were attacking people elsewhere. We have to mobilize ourselves by making bonfire to prevent them from driving in." By then, OPC members in our areas had mobilized themselves waiting for them, but we thank God they did not come here. Reacting to the attacks yesterday, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Lagos State faulted the Sanwo-Olu administration for not being proactive in tackling crimes in the state. Public Secretary of the party, Mr. Taofeek Gani, said the police should step up, but again it is confirming our saying that this government of Sanwo-Olu is reactive and not proactive. It is a never-ready government. Where is the Lagos State Security Trust Fund? With the latest onslaught from Ogun State by these bandits, the Lagos State government, Lagos State Police Command, and the LSTF are not proactive. They should have been on standby, knowing that Lagos and Ogun State are neighbors. If it were a proactive government, they ought to have taken care of that. We are urging Lagosians to take their destinies into their hands because there's no government in Sanwo-Olu administration. We are in for it. That is the news, and that is the attack going on in different parts of Lagos and Ogun State. Don't forget, this is a very sensitive information. If you're in Lagos State, try to stay safe and keep yourself out of harm, because we are now facing the attack by hoodlums and robbers, not no longer the lockdown. And I hope the security force will do something to mitigate this attack by this gang. Don't forget, this is a very sensitive issue. You can also contribute and share your own thoughts with us by doing that comment section. Thank you, and keep keeping it fun with Awake Network.